Good morning from Alton Towers, and this is a very special vlog today, and it's the first vlog on the channel since we hit an amazing 100,000 subscribers. So thank you so much for all your support. We really appreciate it, don't we?
Yeah.
Honestly, it means so much to us and we can't believe it. Another reason that we're here today is to come and see something very special on the plaza that I'll talk about in just a moment. And the third reason that we're here today is the place where me and Charlotte first met. So we thought we'd come back after reaching this massive milestone on the channel, come round and see what's new for this year. It's been a couple of weeks since the park opened for the start of the season. There was a lot of snow and things on the opening weekend, which meant most of the big rides didn't open. So we thought we'd come back a couple of weeks later and come and see the rest of the park. Obviously we've done plenty of videos on Wicker Man and things, but I've not really been around the rest of the park, Forbidden Valley, Dark Forest, X Sector, and had a little look round. So yeah, it's going to be a nice day, isn't it? But yeah, we are so thankful for all of your support with Theme Park Worldwide. Right, what have we got on the plaza then, Charlotte? Tell the viewers.
Me and Shawn have bought a brick.
Yes, this is something they did. It's called Mark in the Park.
What a brick.
And there we are. It's called Mark in the Park. And it basically, you paid to have a brick put on Alton Towers Plaza that they say is going to be here for a minimum of 2 years. Knowing Alton Towers, it'll probably be here for a lot longer than that. But we thought with it being the place where we first met, we'd get a brick on the plaza. And yeah, there it is, just down there, Shawn and Charlotte.
That's the date that we met.
That's the date that we met there, the 18th of the 5th, 2013. Obviously Smiler's opening year, because we watched the construction of the Smiler, and that's how we met, just down there watching it. And then TPW for Theme Park Worldwide. So if you come to Alton Towers and come and see our brick, have a photo with it, send it in to us, and we'll put it on TPW Weekly, which is our new series that goes on the channel every Wednesday. Yeah, isn't that lovely? And that's a really nice thing. If you do want one, they are still available at the moment as of March 2018. You can still buy these on the Alton Towers website. It's called Mark in the Park, and you can get your bricks over there. So yeah, it's definitely worth having. It's a really nice commemorative piece to have here on the entrance. I love it, I really do. And it's just gonna be a nice day today of going around the park, get quite a few off-ride shots. It is Easter, so it's probably gonna be quite busy. Don't think we're gonna get on lots of rides, but it's more about going around, seeing what's changed for this year, keeping you guys up to date, and yeah, celebrating an amazing 100,000 subscribers. I still can't believe it. I'm in shock, I really am. But we're heading through the entrance, make our way through security, and get down Tower Street.
Hello!
Hello! It's who's Theme Park Worldwide?
Hello!
Morning, you alright there?
Good morning!
How are we?
Citizens of Alton Towers! This is royalty, right here! It's royalty, your royal highness! We should all curtsy! Bow, yes, your friendly Alton Towers traffic patrol officers are here. Officer Law and Order at your service.
Thank you.
My name is Captain Robert.
Oh, yeah. What we got? Hashtag on there as well. Hashtag ATTP.
ATTP.
Come on, let's get it trending. Hashtag ATTP.
And before you go anywhere,
Dance.
What are we doing?
dancing.
That's it. I'll go dance.
Everyone, yes.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Have a lovely day.
Great to see some street entertainment back here. The Traffic Patrol were here on Tower Street a few years ago. Really nice to see those guys back, actually. It just adds something to the street, and obviously, as I mentioned in the vlog from a couple of weeks ago, all the buildings have been painted up for this year. It certainly looks a lot better than it did, a lot more fresh than it was before. Yeah, I'd have done something a little bit different. I'd liked a bit more detail on the buildings, but don't get me wrong, it still looks a lot better than it has done for the past, well, 10 years really, you know, as it's just been rotting away. But yeah, it's great to see the entertainment, and we believe there's a stage show what started up in Forbidden Valley. I know you're all thinking, oh my god, a stage show in Alton Towers? They don't normally go in the same vlog. But yeah, it looks like there's some entertainment, so later on around Forbidden Valley, we'll try and catch that. I think it's on the old Ripsaw site, and they've put like some platforms and bits of theming around and things, some kind of dance street show. I'm not too sure if it'll be my sort of thing, but I'm always up for supporting entertainment because I love entertainment, and I really feel like at theme parks abroad, that's what really brings in the ambience to the park. So hopefully, you know, that'll be on today and we'll be able to get some shots of that for you. Queue time's not too busy there. Doesn't look too bad actually. 10 minutes for Oblivion, Smiler 25, and Wicker Man, it was on 180 according to the app. Yeah. And when we were walking down to the park entrance, we heard the announcement saying that it was experiencing technical problems. But people need to remember it is a brand new ride, and it's only a couple of weeks old. it's running 3 trains. They're really trying the best on there, all the teams. So, you know, I think people are just got to bear in mind it's a new ride. These things do take a while to settle in. If you want to come when it's going to be a bit more reliable, you're probably better off waiting until the summertime when it's had a couple of months to bed in. Staff have got used to running the ride, and yeah, it'll just genuinely be a lot more reliable. But we'll go down there now anyway, have a look, and try and get a ride on Wicker Man at some point today. Feed the flames. There we go, that's the current queue for Wicker Man. It is closed at the moment, but it is testing. So I think they've held the queue entrance just there, and then obviously be letting all these in when the ride gets back up and running again. Loads of smoke around here though, and obviously it's Charlotte's first time today, going to be riding Wicker Man in the daytime. Because obviously opening day it was closed because of the snow, and then he did it 7 rides on the press night in the dark. So yeah, first ride in the daytime. I mean, I'm sure she'll still enjoy it in the daytime, but obviously it is one of them rides where it's definitely designed for at night, with all the fire effects, lighting, smoke. It looks amazing in the dark, and I can't wait for Scarefest. And hopefully they might even do a couple of events throughout the year, so people can come in and see that ride in the dark, because it certainly makes it an even more enjoyable experience. We'll make our way up through Katanga Canyon, maybe have a ride on the refreshed Duel, see what that's looking like, and tell you about that, and head up to Forbidden Valley. Dead. So walking down into Gloomy Wood sounds a little bit different this year. I've been saying for quite a while now that Duel would really benefit from a bit of Towers loving care and a new soundtrack. And they've certainly done that. The soundtrack's a lot better. I mean, you listen to it now, it's got a bit of atmosphere, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's better than it was before. I think so. I know it's a bit of a controversial one. A lot of people did quite like the old soundtrack. Me personally, maybe because I've been hearing it for a long time. I mean, it changed from the Haunted House to Duel in 2003. I think it sounds loads better. And as part of the TLC programme, there's quite a bit what's been done this year, including this. Brand new, look at that. It kind of looks like it's been inspired by Dan Brown's Ghost Train Rise of the Demon. It looks like the demon on the VR on the ride at Thorpe Park. But doesn't that look better? Obviously there used to be a face there, and then it got destroyed a couple of years back, just, you know, corroded over the years. And then, yeah, they've completely redone that in a new form for this year. So that looks loads better. A few little touch-ups on there as well. Obviously the sign, that was refurbished last year. There we go, we got the Fisherman pram over there.
The Fisherman pram.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to seeing the changes?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I think it needed a refurbishment, so it'd be nice to see the changes.
Yeah, it needed work, and don't get me wrong, it still needs a lot of work, and I'll talk more about it when we come off in terms of the lighting and things. It's worth putting out there. It is still a work in progress. It's not finished yet, and I'm glad because I like what they've done with things so far. There's a couple of bits I'm not too keen on, which I'll mention when we come out. But the first change, I love the atmosphere in here now. As we make our way around the corner, you might notice these changes. There we go. So gone of the small little TVs what they had here, where it was telling you all about the story of the zombies and all that sort of stuff. That's been gone. And look at this, we've got some screens now. Looks loads better. They are stock images there at the moment. These are actually them ones over there. Do you recognise them from anywhere else, Charlotte?
Yeah.
The Haunting at Drayton Manor. They're the same ones in the Haunting, you know, in the corridor from the library onto the ride, on the wall. Yeah, these are stock images at the moment, but they look good. I believe they are planning on putting some different ones in. There's Emily down there as well. Emily! What's that?
That's horrible, that girl.
Yeah, every so often she'll pull a face. There is some weird stuff when you look about in here though, like, look at that. I like it, every so often they'll do faces like that. It's so much more atmospheric. It's amazing what a soundtrack can do. believe it, Duel, after all these years, has finally got some merchandise. And look at that, it's got a mug. Duel, the Haunted House Strikes Back. It's got a green handle. It's green on the inside. To be honest, not too bad. It looks alright. I prefer if it was a nice, Alton Towers logo on the back. If it was like a ceramic mug, you know, like a 3D one. But yeah, £8. It's a bit too pricey. But yeah, at least it's got some merchandise. Duel, what did you think to the refurb?
It's much better. It's really good. The soundtrack's really good. But they need to sort the lighting out in some sections.
Yeah, it's a bit too purple, isn't it, in some parts. Basically, they've replaced like the standard strobe lights, what we use in certain scenes, with like a UV strobe. And it just means that you can see a lot of the mechanics behind some of the rides now, you know, which is a shame, really. But it's certainly better than it was. It's getting there. Like I say, it's a work in progress. You know, there's still quite a lot of work to imagine. Yeah, we've got to do on that. But like the trommel as well. The trommel's not working. That's basically the spinning tunnel. That's not been working pretty much all the last season. That wasn't working. And they did say that it wasn't going to be fixed for this year. But hopefully that might be done later in the year. They might shut it for a week or something and maybe do that. Or if not, it might have to be the winter coming up, next closed season. But no, it was good that. It's a lot better. This soundtrack though, it's really quite spooky. If you ever did Scary Tales, which was a scare zone, what they had over by Pinball Wizard a few years ago, kind of sounds a bit like that, I think. It's like a bit of a spooky waltz, you know. But it really fits. I really like it. It's certainly better. Don't get me wrong, it's not perfect, and there's a long way to go. It won't be perfect until the guns are removed, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, it's certainly better. And since I last rode it last week, actually, they've done a few more enhancements. So it shows that it is actually a work in progress. It's not just one of them things where they've said it's a work in progress and it's not going to be done. I think they are doing it. So fair play to Alton Towers and TLC. I know the guy who's been pushing that for the last few years. He's a great guy, he's very passionate about the industry, and I hope that it continues, I really do. It's not too busy up this end of the park though. Can have a ride on Nemesis. One is at Wicker Man. I think it's reopened there now. I saw some fuego coming through the trees. But yeah, it's quite quiet. The music extends down here as well, if you can hear it in the background. There we are, so that's quite nice. It's quite subtle in the background. Obviously, we'll make our way up this way down towards Nemesis, and also talk a bit about Nemesis Subterra, which for another year now remains closed, which is a shame. It opened in 2012, and what did it do? 2012 season, 2013 season, 2014 season, 15 season, and then shut 2016 and 17. That was a long list, wasn't it? Amazing, I just said it was shut 2016 and 17. But yeah, Nemesis Subterra, it is closed still for this year. What is the future of Nemesis Subterra? Comment below on this video. I'd be interested to know your thoughts. Me personally, I actually quite liked it. I know it was only 4 drop towers in the dark, but it was an experience. I like my experience rides. It wasn't really about the drop tower itself. It was about the theming. It was about the phalanx, all the audio, the fake lifts, when they put some actors in at the end. It wasn't bad, you know. I thought it was all right. It was quite a budget style attraction. I think it cost about $5 million when they put it in, but still £5 million is a lot of money to spend on something what's just sat there doing nothing now for a 3rd season in a row. So hopefully they will do something with it at some point. But yeah, I don't think we'll see the drop towers reopen. I mean, I remember Legoland in Windsor, they were going to be getting a similar ride, obviously not with a horror theme like this, like a haunted house, family-friendly haunted house theme, and that was going to have the drop towers in. But they decided to move away from the drop towers for numerous reasons, and yeah, that means that that's changed to a madhouse now, which is basically a hex ride system. Still looks nice having the tank and stuff, but I'd rather, if it's not going to open, put a massive fence up around it.
May I have your attention, please?
Okay.
Mobile phones and cameras.
Oh, it's all right. We're all right. There we go. I thought it was broke then. That's a new announcement for this year, isn't it? But yeah, this looks good, but that should be tucked down to by Nemesis. Try and get all these little bits of theming they can do. Stick them by Nemesis, a bit of theming, and just have done with it now. I just think it looks really bad having this just sat here that you can see it. At least with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, they've built a fence around it. You know, it said this, it's the 3rd season of this now. You know, so I'd like to think that something will get done with it. If it's not going to reopen, get it blocked off as far as I'm concerned. Not just some bins in the way. Just gonna have a ride on Nemi. Boy, it's nice to hear the beast roaring round Forbidden Valley again. A couple of things to point out with Nemesis this year. At the back there, they've took out one of the massive trees. You'll see it more when we get into the top queue line in a second. And secondly, we've now got a proper queue time board. It looks a bit funny on the camera, it doesn't look like that in person. But yeah, there you go, Nemesis, the world's most intense ride experience. I'm glad they've kept that tagline. It might not be true anymore, but it is still a fantastic ride and one of the most intense rides that I have done all these years on. But yeah, it's got an automatic queue time board at the entrance, and I believe that syncs up with the app, what you can get, and also www.ridetimes.co.uk. That's another one for you. If you type that into your internet search browser, even if you sat there at home now, go on, open another tab, and obviously you can check the queue time for all the rides whilst you're at home, or if you just want to be nosy and see what the queue times are like, or like the day before if you want to observe them and think, oh, what's it going to be like tomorrow? Let's look at the queue times today. And then the final thing to notice around here by Nemesis is, well, the waterfalls are on, which is good. They're not coloured, but they're back on. Is the station refurbishment, which has been finished, 3rd year of the station refurbishment, and it looks better actually. They've done all this side now. They've done the top and they've done the back, so it's certainly the biggest part of that overhaul. It's been done as part of the Towers Loving Care programme over the past 3 years, and yeah, it's complete now. It looks really good actually, all the paintwork on there. Looks really nice. Let's have a look at it in a bit closer detail. Nemesis, unfortunately, is only running on one train at the moment, but I believe that won't be too long until the second train is back. They're just waiting on a few parts and they're actually refurbishing that second train at the moment. Yeah, it looks nice. I love all this scenic paintwork. I mean, it never looked like this when it opened back in '94, so it's nice to actually see they've done it a little bit different. Well, this is how it's supposed to be, really, like all the blood here in the body and then all the skin all around the side. It looks great, it really does. Have a ride on Nemesis. Obviously I can't take you on board, and we'll see you when we come off. But as you can see, there's no second train on the circuit, and there's not one in the maintenance shed. It's been completely rebuilt at the moment, so hopefully that'll be back later in the year before the summer rush. A good ride on Nemesis. That was a nice wake-up call on a morning, and to be honest, it's quite a sunny day today. Said there might be some scattered showers. Well, that came from Charlotte, the weather reporter, anyway.
That's what my weather said.
Charlotte's weather forecast.
Weather forecast.
But yeah, I enjoyed that. It was a good ride, nice and intense. Row 7, second from the back. If you want a more intense ride on Nemesis, get to the back. That's my little tip for you. Anyway, over towards the Skyride now. We're going to make our way down to Dark Forest. We'll come back down to Forbidden Valley later, because that stage show that I want to show you some footage of is going to be on about 1:30, 1:45, they've said. So we'll come back down here later on, have a look down here, have a look at Galactica. I just thought we'd have a look at the Skyride whilst we're here. Bit of work's gone on this over winter. It's yet to actually open this season. They've put like these new, I assume they're evacuation platforms. Just basically means that staff can get down here now if they need to, if any gondolas stop in this area. I think that's what it's for. Yeah, there's all mud. There was a JCB digger down here the other day putting in all that. But yeah, they were doing a bit of work, a bit of maintenance up the top there as well. Hopefully it won't be long until the Skyride's back in action, because to be honest, at this park you really need it, don't you? It's you know, it's one of those. It is a lot of walking, but it does you good. It keeps you fit. It does. That's it. Yeah. Off she goes. Yeah, theme park season, that's the thing. You know, it keeps us fit when we're walking around these theme parks all year. But yeah, so we'll make our way to Dark Forest, have a little walk through via the gardens, I think, where they've done a little bit of work for this year in the gardens as well. I know you might all be thinking, oh, you know, I only care about the rides and things at Alton Towers, but there is actually so much more to it than the rides. And I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that might appreciate seeing where a lot of money's actually been spent this winter, what's not actually anything to do with the theme park itself. So we'll have a little stroll down this way, and I'll show you something very special down in the gardens. Less than 5 minutes ago, we were up in Forbidden Valley, right next to Nemesis, roaring around the track. A few minutes later, we're here in the gardens, and it's one of the most underrated areas of Alton Towers, or it is at the moment anyway. A lot of money's been spent on restoring different parts of the gardens, and I just feel like a lot of people need to come down here and actually see it. Even if you only walk down here once, it's well worth coming to look at it. I mean, when I go to different theme parks abroad, I like all the little weird things what you get at different theme parks, and I just think that a lot of people, yeah, a lot of us, especially as locals here, we don't really appreciate the gardens to the full potential, because they are really, really nice. Even if you just have a little stroll on your way from Forbidden Valley over to Dark Forest, come and have a walk through the yew arches just here. It's really nice, and I'm actually going to be doing a special video for anyone who is interested in this. Obviously, I used to work here at the park. I no longer actually work for Alton Towers, but I did used to do heritage tours, and I used to tell people all the history. I used to do a 2-hour tour walking around the gardens and around the Towers ruins themselves. I'm actually going to do a video later this summer where I'm actually going to go around the gardens and the Towers and talk all about the history and things. So I know it's not all your cup of tea out there, but I'm sure there's quite a lot of people that might be quite interested in that. It's something different for the channel. I want to try something different this year, so make sure you stay tuned for that one. But yeah, this is what we've come to see, the Grand Conservatory, and they've spent a hell of a lot of money over the past, well, year working on this. Here it is, and look at that. This is a beautiful conservatory. I mean, I've always said they should do like weddings down here. Can you imagine like having all seats down the side? It'd be lovely. Seats all down the side. This is the aisle, and then you could have the actual ceremony take place there. But this, I believe they've spent about £250,000 on restoring this piece of history. And it is gorgeous, it really is. I mean, they've completely redone all the windows just here. It's just really nice. It's well worth taking a bit of time out from the rides just to come and have a look at it. Looks like they've put a new sign in down the bottom there as well about the restoration. But yeah, they've repainted all the gold and stuff on the top there, like the crown. It's lovely, it really is. And I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I just think it's really nice to think we've got a theme park that's got this right in the heart of it. And if it wasn't for the gardens and the towers, a lot of people overlook them today, but if it wasn't for the gardens and the towers, then Alton Towers wouldn't exist as it is. We wouldn't have the rides like Wicker Man, Nemesis, Hex. There's some great rides, and you've got to thank your heritage. But yeah, I just wanted to take you down here and have a look at that, because it's stunning. Anyone who's seen it over the past maybe 10 to 15 years, it's been going rotten for a while, all the wooden windows and things all around the side, but it looks great now. And between 2014 and 2018, over £1.9 million has been invested in Alton Towers Resort's history and heritage. And I don't know about you, but I think that's an incredible number, and I really look forward to seeing what else we get in the future around here. Every time Alton Towers builds a new ride, they have to invest a certain amount of money in refurbishing the gardens and the towers. What are you looking at?
That was a turnip.
A turnip? And yeah, I look forward to seeing what else they do. It's lovely. It's nice to see that family down there appreciating it too. So if you've got a bit of time when you come to Alton Towers this year, go and have a walk around the gardens, because it's beautiful. To the woods today, you better not go alone. On to the Dark Forest. Hey, HB lights are there having a wave. Afternoon? I'm not having a go, sorry. Yeah. Been a few changes in Dark Forest for this year. The first one being on the left. And this is going to be Charlotte's food review now, a special one, because Eastern Express is one of your favourites, isn't it?
I like Eastern Express.
It's a unit which isn't owned by Alton Towers. They let it out to a local company, and it used to be in Mutiny Bay. Well, it still is in Mutiny Bay, but you've got two of them now. So you've got the one in Mutiny Bay, next to Shark Bait Reef, the Sea Life Centre. Then you got this one up here as well. This used to be, well, it's been closed for quite a while. They only used to open it on their peak days when Alton Towers had it. But yeah, Eastern Express is now up here as well. Do all different foods here. They've got like halal options here and stuff as well. Are you having something?
I'm getting a review because I don't do jack potatoes.
What? Oh no, you have to go to the other one, the Mutiny Bay.
But I might have a hot dog.
A hot dog? Well, there you go. Well, you know it's here anyway if anyone's interested in it. Eastern Express. Worth pointing out, you don't get your Merlin annual pass discount on Eastern Express. But yeah, at least they've got this. It means now they've outsourced it, it'll probably be open a lot more anyway, because it was closed quite a bit. Obviously you got Rita and 13 down here as well. There's doesn't look too busy around the rest of the park, actually. It doesn't look too bad. I saw Smiler's cue board, that said 70 minutes. But other than that, we only waited, what, 10 minutes for Nemesis? Duel was walk on, we'll do Hex. I still think this needs sorting out though, really. It'd be nice if they completely redid this. I mean, yeah, it looks better than it did a few years ago when it was just scaffolding, but it needs a bit more than that. 20 minutes for Rita, that's not too bad. Probably on 2 trains. Feels like they've really turned the audio up around here though. It's really loud, it's pumping out. 40 minutes for 13. Yeah, at least they've put these new keyboards on. Rita was another one, what never used to have a keyboard. And yeah, it looks loads better that, doesn't it? It just means now you don't need your entrance host to be, well, I don't think they've got entrance host this year, but yeah, you don't need someone to be standing there, keep telling you the queue time. Looks loads better that. Whoa, look at that. Charlotte's jumping on the trend now, having a hot dog. But they used to do other hot dogs here. They've now got rollover hot dogs, which I'm quite sad about actually. I don't really like rollover hot dogs. So gone are the days of me having a hot dog at Alton Towers. And Charlotte's going to be the one having them now. Yeah, you used to get them in like a little tray, now you get them in these bags. But they're only available now, from what I believe, you can only get a hot dog up at Tower Street. So we've trekked all the way to Tower Street just so Charlotte can have a hot dog. We're sitting here in the courtyard, just thought we'd come down here and have a look so we can talk about this round here. Obviously, the area where Wicker Man is located just to the archway over there. But what themed area of the park is it really in? Because last year on the map it stated that it was in Gloomy Wood, but it's down here in Mutiny Bay, but then it's kind of on the side of Katanga Canyon. So it's a bit like, what area of the park is it actually in? But apparently it's Mutiny Bay, at the back of Mutiny Bay they're saying, so next to Mutiny Bay, for those of you that are wondering where the themed area is. And obviously you've got the Welcome Inn, which is just over there, which used to be the tavern. That's really good in there, all the theming and stuff what they've got now. As you can probably tell around here, they're actually playing the Wicker Man audio. This used to be the pirate stage just there. They've left quite a bit of the theming on there from the Welcome Inn, because if you did the Welcome Inn at Scarefest, the entrance was just over there, and then they had all the little buildings and things around here, all the wooden walls. You had like a fire finale, when it worked anyway, over in that corner. And they've left all the theming up there from the Welcome Inn. Obviously you've got like the tusks coming out there of what used to be a pirate's skull. You've got like all the wicker symbols on the top there as well. And obviously all the buntings over it as well. But I'm not too sure really if we're going to see the Welcome Inn come back to this area of the park. That's if we see it come back at all. I'm sure we will do with it being the new ride for this year. But I'd like to see it maybe as an indoor maze. In my opinion, it didn't really work around here as an outdoor maze. I think it would be a lot better inside somewhere. Don't really know where they put it unless they did it in a marquee somewhere close or even on this site. But originally for this year, this was supposed to be changing into a smokehouse restaurant. Alton Towers did apply for planning permission for that last year, but they decided to pull the project, probably due to budgetary reasons. So this is still closed at the moment. It used to do really nice. It used to have lattice fries. Remember lattice fries? Oh, they were nice, they were. Just too busy enjoying a hot dog roll over. Yeah, that used to serve lattice fries and burgers and things. It used to be really nice, actually. Sitting down here, especially on a summer's day when they had the pirate show on, it was lovely. But if they bring in a smokehouse, I'll be all up for that. I like the one at Chestington. I've only ate there once, but it's quite expensive, but it's good quality food, so maybe they'll do something like that going forward. I've been a cheapskate as always, and I've got the lunchbox. How was your hot dog out of 10?
Oh, that must be fine. I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10, there you go. What you got now? You got a Fanta fruit twist, is it? Ooh, nice, there you go. Let's have a look at Spinball. Now, as I mentioned in the Wicker Man opening day vlog, Spinball Whizzer is now the only ride on the park that's got a single rider queue, which is a shame really, because on a day like today where it's just me and Charlotte, we'd have utilised that quite a bit, wouldn't we? Because we're not bothered about sitting next to each other, are we, that much really? Especially with Smiler, we'd have just gone on it single rider, wouldn't we? Which is a shame really. So comment below what your thoughts are on that. At least Spinball's still got it because it utilised it really well. And a little tip for you as well, if it is ever raining and you want to get on Spinball Whizzer on that day, come and do it whilst it's raining, because they have to run it as wet weather operation, which means they can only have 3 people per car. Obviously most people are either in 2s or 4s, So there's normally a single rider on pretty much every train. Another improvement though at Pinball, it's actually got a queue time board as well. I'm really enjoying these improvements with the queue time boards. I think it's loads better. This is another one where you just have to guess really, or they used to have like an entrance host. But yeah, it's good. Pleased to see that, and 20 minutes isn't too bad for the Pinball Wizard. Oh, it's just gone up 25 now. Still not too bad. Are pouring into X Sector for a ride on the Smiler, and Charlotte's not yet been on it this season.
There's no single rider queue.
I know, it is a shame, isn't it? We would have utilised that today. I had a bad ride on Smiler though last Tuesday. Check out the vlog if you want to see my reaction.
I haven't been on it yet.
You're not missing out on much. It's only a bit of Gerstlauer. That's the company who made this ride. Obviously, you can always tell with the manufacturers. If you're not familiar with manufacturers, you look at the track like this and then compare it to like Oblivion and Nemesis track. That gives you a good idea on the different manufacturers. This was built by a company called Gerstlauer, whereas Galactica, or Air as it used to be known, Nemesis and Oblivion, they were all built by a company from Switzerland called Bodger and Mabillard, or B&M, as they're shortly known. 60 minutes, it's had another new cue board. Also, I don't know if you've noticed with these cue boards, it changes colour. When the queue's below 20 minutes, or below 10 minutes, it's green, and then it goes to orange, and then when it goes to a certain amount, it goes red. I think that's a really good idea. That's a good improvement to Alton Towers this year. There's been some good things. There's been more positive improvements than negative improvements. But like I say, I think the single rider is definitely a decision what needs to be changed. It's still an impressive ride to look at, though. I give you that. It's a nice one to film as well, so many different angles. I am going to be filming lots of different off-ride videos on Theme Park Worldwide in the coming weeks, so make sure you stay tuned for those. With lots of different angles of all the rides. I don't think we're going to queue up 60 minutes, are we, today? But I'm sure you'll get on it soon. We're not far away. We're only 10 minutes down the road, so we'll come on a quieter day when Charlotte can go on the Smiler. Don't know what Oblivion's on. We'll have a little look down there. We're going to head up to Forbidden Valley soon anyway, have a little look up there. Something I want to show you in the roller coaster restaurant. I'm not going to eat in there, I just want to go and have a look at something that's been put in the past few days, and then we'll watch this show. 45 minutes for Oblivion. God, it's quite a big queue. It's got busy now. Just as I said earlier on, it wasn't too busy around the rest of the park. It is Easter though, so it's going to be busy, isn't it, with it being Easter? Like I say, you got a board on there now as well. It's great that. Really like that addition for this year. Really good positive.
It's something I approve of.
The Smiler knitted jumper.
How cute is that?
A sweater, as we might call it.
And it's £30, which I don't think is that bad. Look how cute it is.
And you'll get your Million Annual Pass discount, which is 20% off. To be honest, it is quite nice, isn't it?
Really like
mean, I'm not a big fan of the Smileys, you know, but I do quite like all the branding for it. And yeah, it's quite nice that. Smiler Shop TV. I love that.
I really want
It's nice, isn't it? There's quite a bit of new Smiler merchandise for 2018. T-shirts, £20 for these. That's quite nice, quite minimalistic. There's not too much to it.
See, I don't like a lot of the Smiler t-shirts.
Do you not?
I don't like that.
£15 for that one.
I like just the one. But I approve of these new coats.
They look better quality, they do as well.
They're expensive, £60.
60 quid for a coat, yeah. I prefer the stuff what's knitted. The thing is with something that's knitted, you know it's going to last, don't you?
Whereas this will last.
It will last, yeah, she really wants one. Female t-shirts, quite a few new hoodies and stuff. £33 for the hoodies, a bit steep. Still like these mugs, I think they had these last year. These are nice. Yeah, quite a bit of new merchandise ready for the Smiler. You've also got your Oblivion merchandise in here as well. That's all down the back of the shop. And they got rid of the they got rid of the interactives in here now. Remember, they used to have one there, like a screen, and there used to be one in the middle just there as well, where all the teddies and stuff were. And it used to change it, didn't it? That's a shame. Yeah. Rimoji cushion, £10. There you go, I'll get that on the back seat of your car. Lovely. There you go, what an improvement. Earlier on when I said that it was the only place to get hot dogs on Tower Street. You can get them from here. I just thought they've changed a lot of these units for this year. You can get waffles, hot wraps. They're new for this year, the hot wraps. But yeah, just to confirm, you can still get a hot dog in Mutiny Bay or the Wicker Man area, whatever you want to call it. Unfortunately, Wicker Man is currently closed according to the board. Looks like the queue's been evac. Let's go and have a look. Let's have a close look. Hopefully it'll be open later on so that Charlotte can do it in the daytime. One thing you really notice though is the audio around this area. It is amazing, it sounds great, really atmospheric. Looks like the queue line's being evac. Oh dear. Hopefully it'll be back open later on. It's also worth pointing out in terms of food options, whilst I'm talking about them today, the Burger Kitchen in Mutiny Bay is back open this year. That's been closed for quite a while now, so it's good to see that back open. And to be honest, I'm sure Charlotte will agree, it's nice to see the park with quite a lot of life in it again.
It's very lively.
Yeah, obviously since the Smiler incident a few years ago, the park's not really had much of an atmosphere. It's nice that Wicker Man's opened, you know, everyone's come down to try it. And yeah, the park's got a really nice vibe about it again. This has been my childhood park. If it wasn't for this park, then Theme Park Worldwide wouldn't exist. I would never have met Charlotte, my amazing girlfriend. I'd never have met all my friends. And so it really is. I've got an emotional connection to this park. And as much as some things they do I don't agree with, you know, I always support Alton Towers in what they do with things. And yeah, there's some stuff out there what isn't great. But I know deep down, especially when working here, there's a lot of passionate people here that really try their best for the park. I just think sometimes it's Merlin, it's the parent company, what are holding back the park. It's yeah, it's a shame really, because there's a lot of passionate people that work here and want to make a difference to Alton Towers. And yeah, they've done some good things this year. Don't get me wrong, there's some things I'm not too chuffed about, but they've done some good stuff. They have. Clapping along. There's some good stuff for this year, so we're going to make our way up to Galactica. Hello! Make our way up to Galactica and have a little look around there. Watch this show in Forbidden Valley if we can catch that this afternoon, and show you something special in the roller coaster restaurant. I'm sure I can nip in just to show you guys. This is a really good view of Wicker Man from here actually as well. Looks great. Oh, the rapids are open. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's the first time they've been open this season. We'll have to do them on the Kfc Mega Wave. Looks like the waterfall's still off for this year though, sadly. Used to really like the waterfall. It was one of my favourite sections of the ride, that. Up in Forbidden Valley then now, where I've just nipped into the roller coaster restaurant just to come and have a look at this. It was only put on a few days ago, but there you go, you've got a complete model there of Wicker Man. Looks fantastic. I'm glad they've got that up on the wall. Obviously you've got the shop, which is the building there on the left hand side, the station and maintenance building in the middle there, and then you've got the pre-show building and baggage hold area. There's the Wicker Man statue. You've even got the game stand there opposite the entrance as well. I think that's a really nice feature how they've put that on the wall, and obviously there you've got the tunnels as well. Just thought I'd come and show you that really, have a quick look inside. There we go, it's up there on the wall. Looks really good, that. It's actually quite big as well. I saw a photo of it. It was only put in a couple of days ago. But yeah, I really like that. That was obviously commissioned before they built the ride, so they had an idea on exactly how it was going to look when it was done. What a nice little feature. So here we go then, this is the former site of Ripsaw, which was a Huss top spin. It was actually one of my favourite rides at the park. It was a really good flat ride, obviously located next to Galactica, or Air as it was known at the time, and obviously Nemesis just over at the side as well, just over there. But yes, anyway, this site's been empty for a couple of years now. It's only had like a HB leisure game on there. But as you can tell with the audio and the stage we got over there, they're trialling some entertainment. Now I believe at the moment this is just for Easter, but if it goes down well, hopefully they might make enhancements to it and bring it back later in the year. So I'll show you a few minutes of footage from the show. It's called Wasteland Bash, and there's no set times advertised anywhere at the moment, but I did ask, and it's on at 1:45 today, so I'm not sure how many times they're running it a day. But here you got some of the street theatre and stuff around as well. So it looks like it should be all right. Not too sure if it's going to be my sort of thing, but I'll always support entertainment. And the fact that they're trying something new is really good. It brings a bit of life to the park. And the music's certainly very loud as well. So we'll see what it's like. I'll show you a few minutes of highlights from the show. Just seen a couple of minutes of highlights there from Wasteland Bash here in Forbidden Valley. And you know what? It's good to see that Alton Towers are actually trying with entertainment. It's been quite, there's not been a lot of entertainment over the past couple of years, other than at Scarefest and also in CBeebies Land. We lost the Pirate Show a few years ago. I used to love that down in Mutiny Bay. That was really good. Some really funny jokes, really good dialogue to it. We lost that, but at least they're trying again with something. Back when I was a kid, Alton Towers used to be one of the best parks out there for entertainment, and they've really fallen behind, in my opinion, on entertainment over the years. It used to be fantastic. I used to have the Ice Show, used to have the Quiet Cooker Land Show, Algernon's Attic back in 2008. God, that was 10 years ago. They used to even have a parade here back in the 90s. They've done so much entertainment over the years, and they've really fallen behind, but at least they're trying with something again. Obviously, a lot of these parks abroad have some really good entertainment, really good shows, and that certainly does need a lot of work. But I'm glad they're trying something. It's better than a HB leisure game being there. It's better than nothing. It's not better than Ripsaw. I'd love Ripsaw to be back, but I like the fact they're trying entertainment. And yeah, it definitely needs a lot of work. There's 7 actors in there. It's like a dance streets theatre show. It's not advertised on any boards or anything yet, so it's kind of like they've soft opened it, if you like, to try it out and see how it goes. But I certainly look forward to following it and seeing if it comes back for the summer season. But I really think they need some announcements, some dialogue, maybe talk a bit about Forbidden Valley and why they're there. I mean, you had someone with a golf club, there was someone with like a shopping trolley doing the weekly shop down at Asda. Other brands are available. So yeah, it needed work, but at least they're trying something. Not really my kind of show, but I'm grateful that at least Entertainment and Alton Towers themselves are at least trying to do a bit more entertainment around the park. But yeah, just having a look down at Galactica as well as we're here. Not going to go on it, I've not been on it yet this season. A, because I'm not a big fan of flying coasters. B, it's got a massive queue because of the VR. But luckily they've actually taken the VR off quite a lot of the rows now. It's a separate queue, so if you're in the station now, you can queue up either for non-VR or with VR. Which is good, really. Hopefully it'll mean that they can get them trains out a little bit quicker. When they launched it a few years ago, it was VR on every row, on all 3 trains, and it was really slowing things down a hell of a lot. So hopefully, with fingers crossed with Galactica, it'll be running a lot better this year. Because it certainly looks better around here since they did the upgrade. I mean, the I'm a School soundtrack's really good. Obviously the big portal here when the train passes through. But I remember when it was there, there used to be constant trains going round. Obviously, when it was there, it always used to run 3 craft, as they call on this. you know, it was constantly going around the track. There'd be one just coming into the brakes. Your next one would be coming up the lift hill. Sometimes it'd even slow down on the lift hill, you know, to allow for it to, you know, make it to the brakes in time. But none of that anymore. There's not even one train going around. How you doing? You all right? There's not even one train going around now, which is a shame. But yeah, we'll see what happens with Galactica going forward. Personally, I don't think there's a future for VR, and I don't think they'll be keeping it on the ride for much longer.
So Shawn, I'm just going to the main entrance.
You going where?
Just to the main entrance of Mutiny Bay.
I don't know which way it is. Hang on, let me check the sign. Oh, is it that way? Or is it that way? I'm confused. Is it that way?
This way?
Or is it that way? But the sign says it's that way, and that... Oh, all right. Yeah, the time has come for the Kfc Mega Wave, officially known as the Congo River Rapids. Are you ready to get wet?
No, I don't want to get wet. I'm cold.
Where are you going? Fast track?
I've got a fast track.
Here we go. Don't worry, all these merge into one queue. Here we go. Hopefully you won't be too busy. Hey, look, Charlotte's running. That's a rare sight, that is. Oh my God. She's running. You need a drink? Are you parched? There we go. See what the views. We get a Wicker Man up here as well. I can see it going round. I don't know if there's anybody on it. It's had a bit of downtime today, but just bear with it. You know, if you are coming here, bear with it. It's a new ride. Has to bed in, has to settle in. Oh, it looks great from up here. First time I've actually seen the structure complete from up here. Over winter, I did have a little walk up here when I worked at the park to come and have a look and take a few photos, and it looked great. Oh wow, the structure looks awesome. Running empty, is it at the moment? Oh, let's have a little zoom in on that from here. Look at that. All the steam coming out of it. God, it looks really good. I can't wait for the Skyride to open soon and get some really nice aerial shots. As soon as the Skyride's open, I'll do a video on there. How big's the queue? Oh God, it's quite busy. It's about 15 minutes. Bit of a queue for the KFC. Oh, this bin needs a bit of looking at, doesn't it? Yeah, let's be a good person. There we go. Oh, there's a brolly in there, that's why. Brolly bin POV. Having a nice day at Alton Towers though so far. It's good to get around the rest of the park. Like I say, just saying to Charlotte actually off camera, I've done lots of Wicker Man related footage, but not really been around all the park until today, so it's nice to share it with you guys. And hopefully we'll get some nice weather soon. The sun will be shining. Back to riding some coasters in the sunshine.
Woo!
That's what we want, yeah. Coast in the sunshine. Yeah, probably about a 15-minute wait for the rapids when it's about there, not too bad. Right, let's go and have a bit of KFC. Mega Wave. Here we go, we're on the rapids. Wait about 20 minutes there, not running as many boats as normal. Charlotte's already, the air's tied up, the coat is on. And she's ready for a wild ride on the Congo River. Whoa. Hey! It's not too bad, there's only 2 of us in the boat. Normally when they fill up the boats, so you got the 8 people in, then you can get soaked. Are you alright? Let's see if the Kfc Mega Wave returns for another year of fun here on the rapids. This drop's good, but it's alright. Looks like Charlotte's going to get this one.
No!
Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Oh, you were lucky there. It was a close call. It was a close call. Have we got lights on in the tunnel still this year? Or is it dark? Oh, I think it's dark. Hey, the tunnel is... Oh no, the lights are on. They're over here. Oh. This tunnel really needs some theming or at least painting up now the fact we've got that rope light running all the way down. Are you alright? You're cold? So a lot of people have commented on the videos and asked, why do I call it the Kfc Mega Wave? So I'm going to say it again, just to you guys that don't know. This here, what's now Pizza and Pasta Buffet, used to be, oh my God, look at that. It used to be a KFC. So we used to sit out the back there and look at the wave. It was called the Kfc Mega Wave. And it's not that one there that we just had. Who's this one coming up in a second?
I'm sick of this.
Oh no, here we go. This is the KFC Mega Wave. This one. And it never fails to deliver normally. And it is, yeah, it's not looking good. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Oh! Never fails to deliver that one. Never fails. KFC Mega Wave for the win. There we go. I'm cold now. Charlotte forced me on this.
No, I did
Charlotte's
not.
fault.
You forced me on.
There we go. It never lets you down, that, yeah. So ever since then, even though it's called Pizza and Pasta Buffet, it'll always be the KFC Mega Wave because it's the wave in the rapids at the back of KFC. How about that?
No.
Oh, it's only a little one. You should be all right now.
So.
Look at that. Your jeans are a bit wet there. Stormforce 10's back open at Drayton Manor now as well, so I have to get down there soon and do that. I went the other day, but I didn't film a video down there the other day. I was only there for a couple of hours.
Don't worry, Fisherman Tours will return on Stormforce 10.
Hey, Fisherman! Pull the lever, please.
Doing my tours.
We got no waterfalls though, sadly, but hopefully they'll come back at some point. And obviously, to end our round the rapids, nice views there of Wicker Man, which is now back open. So I think we'll head over there next. Yeah, that's what we like to see. Feed the flames. Wicker Man is back in action. Oh, 90-minute queue at the moment. Good to see how they've got the mist back on as well. That was having quite a few issues. It was dripping a lot down there, so they turned it off the other day. Wow, what a great atmosphere around the ride. So today we're going down the fast track queue for Wicker Man. We've not actually been down here. I was given a priority pass the other day when the ride broke down. That's something that Alton Towers are really good at. We waited in the queue only about 20 minutes and they had to evacuate the queue line because it had broken down. So they give everybody one of these priority passes. So I thought that was quite good of them really, to give you one of those. Obviously yes, it might be a bit unreliable at the moment with it being a new ride. Like I say, just bear with it. It's the same with all these rides when they open. I remember Air when that opened back in 2002, it had so many issues, but it's a lot more reliable now than what it is at the time it opened. So all you need to do really is just bear in mind these rides are new, and yeah, we got given one of these, which is good. You don't have to use your priority pass on Wicker Man, you can use it on the other 1.2 metre rides as well. You get quite a good view here from the fast track queue line. Obviously the fence is quite high, but you can see through the gaps and get some good views of the coaster. I think it's running on 3 trains as well, but looks like some of the rows are empty, like the back of that train up there is empty. You looking forward to getting back on it, Charlotte?
Yes.
On Wicker Man. You're ready to feed the flames and be chosen, and we'll see you when we come off. So we've just come off Wicker Man, absolutely fantastic yet again, and it feels like it's getting even faster, that roller coaster, you know. I mean, I've done it so many times now, but every time I go on it, it just feels like it's getting quicker and quicker. How was it, Charlotte?
I love it.
First time in the daytime?
Absolutely.
Was it just as enjoyable as it is at night for you?
It's just as good in the daytime as it is at night.
It is, it's a great ride, and it certainly felt faster. Did you feel the speed difference? I mean, what, it's nearly 2 weeks now, isn't it, since you last did it?
Difference.
Yeah, it's really speeding up. Are you going to make some merchandise purchases?
I like the shirt.
It is nice, but I just don't know if it's a bit too jazzy. I just don't know if I'd wear it a lot of the time, to be honest. But there is some good stuff.
Look in the gift shop on the way out.
In the gift shop? In Towers Trading. Hey! That's it. You get told off now. But yeah, it was great. That was really, really good. It's a very enjoyable coaster. And Charlotte says it's what your favourite coaster in the UK now. Top UK coaster. That's good. That is. Get your hat out. Suits you, that does. It's quite nice. Dispatch. Yeah, that's good. It's a good solid ride. Really solid ride, really enjoyable, and if you've not yet done it, get yourself down here to Alton Towers, come and check it out. Like I say, you know, it is a bit unreliable at the moment, but as expected with a new ride, so just give it a chance, because it is well worth it, especially when it warms up. If you are only going to do it once during your visit to Alton Towers, do it towards the end of the day, and try and get towards the back of the train as well. The further you are back, the faster it feels. I think we were on row 7 there, so we were pretty much in the middle of the train, but loving the music there, bit of a Heimer score. But yeah, no, it was great. I really enjoyed it. Still not bought any merchandise for Wicker Man though yet. I need to. I've just not got anything yet. I don't really know why I've not. I was tempted by the coat, but yeah, I do like that. They're nice, aren't they? Thing is with these, they're more of like a summer's evening coat where it gets a bit chilly, aren't they? But I just don't think these will keep you ridiculously warm. You know, it's not like it's thick padding inside. Are you trying it on?
I can't. I've got this.
Oh. You got all the little ones as well for all the kids. There's just so much detail in this shop. The whole ride's detailed, and the pre-show I love to bits. I won't talk about the pre-show in this video in case you don't want the spoilers, but if you do want to see the whole pre-show and me talk about it, check out me and Charlotte's vlog from when we rode Wicker Man for the first time on the press night, or first time in the dark anyway, and then of course you can see a pre-show video on the channel as well if you do want to see the spoilers from the pre-show. Say you're a little bit scared about that aspect of it, then you can watch that. There we go, she's got it on now. There you go. It suits you, that does, to be honest. I just don't know if it'll keep you very warm though, that's the only issue. But yeah, you can't do the zip up. It does suit you though, you look good. Yeah, it's nice. Are they unisex and are they? Like for male and female? I do like the hoodies, but they're just a bit faded, aren't they? It feels a bit too faded to me. The standard t-shirt, they're quite nice. How much for a standard t-shirt? 15. Obviously you get your 20% off annual pass discount. Yeah, it's nice that. It does really suit you actually, that. It's just really expensive. It's what, only 60 quid? No, it's a lot of money. I bet if you go online you could probably get one of these little things here printed and sew one onto your own coat, probably, if you really wanted to. I know it's not quite the same as having the one from the actual ride, but you could do that if you wanted to. But yeah, coming towards the end of the day at Alton Towers, wouldn't mind to go on Hex. It's one of my favourites here, isn't it? So we've got to go up there. Nemesis, Wicker Man and Hex are the 3 rides for me here now. I love experience attractions, and especially this and Hex. There's certainly a great experience. And then Nemesis, just because it's Nemi and it's a brilliant coaster. We've had a really nice day today. It's been good to get around the park, do Duel, see some of the street theatre and the new entertainment, do a few rides as well. And yeah, it's been a really, really nice day. So I think we're going to have a ride on Hex if you're up for it. Hex, the legend of the towers. That's it. You're not stealing the coat then, you put yours back on. Yeah. Right, let's go for a stroll. Just while we're on our way up to Hex, just thought we'd stop by Battle Galleons, which is open and there's a few people riding it, to be fair. Just noticed you got these guns. These actually used to be over at the Rapids, and these are the paid ones. It's £1 and you get a few different squirts. I don't know how many squirts you get. 5 maybe? 3 squirts, 5 squirts. Doesn't say, but I think when you put your money in, it comes up on that little display screen. But don't worry, there is still plenty of free guns around the ride as well. Believe it or not, Battle Galleons and Mutiny Bay is 10 years old this year. I can't believe it. I remember coming here for opening day of this, and basically you had to wear all pirate outfits and stuff, and they had like all special stuff going on. I remember dressing up when I was a kid and coming here to see it. You know, it was great, it was. I say a kid, a teenager, coming here and doing it. I'm certainly not a teenager now, nearly 25, but I'm still into my theme parks more than ever. Oh no, Charlotte's been spotted by the evil goose. Charlotte loves it, don't you? The evil goose of Alton Towers, and there it is. Whoa, I got Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube. Get yourself on there. They already watch it. Look at that, the evil goose.
Oh no.
He's looking at you.
Oh, he's just had a poo.
Oh no.
Have a nice day, goose.
to go and see a vault sealed for 2 centuries and a season. Don't forget that season when it was closed. Hex, the legend of the towers. Oh, it's quiet as well. We just had some good news just in as well. The Skyride has opened literally about 20 minutes ago for the first time this season, which means we're going to get some great views over Wicker Man. We was going to call it a day after this, but what we'll do, we'll jump on the Skyride at Cloud Cuckoo Land Station, take it all the way over to Forbidden Valley, and then stay on, and then get it back down to the Tower Street at the main entrance, so we can see Wicker Man from above for the first time since the track's been finished. Saw it last year when it was being built, but not fully complete, and obviously the Wicker Man structure was covered up and stuff, so it'll look great from above. So after Hex, we'll make our way over to the Skyride, and yeah, make our way back down towards the main entrance. Here we go then, so we're on the Skyride now, travelling from Forbidden Valley down to Tower Street, where we'll get some really nice views of Wicker Man. Here we go, like I say, first time going on here since the ride was complete. First day it's actually been open yet this season. So we can get some good views across the coast, hopefully from up here. Obviously all the top end there, you got the first drop, the airtime hill. It's surprising how much airtime you actually get on that hill. Oh wow, looks great from up here. All the smoke pouring out there from the start. Shame it's not going round. You get some great shots with going round from up here. I'm sure I'll have plenty of rides on it though throughout the season. Look at that. Looks great, especially the Wicker Man structure. This turnaround section here where it passes through looks brilliant. Really, really good. Probably the best perspective of the ride actually, outside of the queue line anyway. It looks like they're just in a queue hole there, or is it just loads of people randomly just centering the queue? Wow. Yeah, that looks really impressive. That looks like I say, we'll make our way back onto Tower Street, have a look in Towers Trading and wrap up the day.
Shop.
The gift shop, yeah. What we got then? Runaway Mine Train merch.
And the Congo River.
Oh, Congo River Rapids. Good to see the rides what didn't normally have merchandise actually have some stuff. You got some mugs for these as well. I mean, I showed you the Duel one earlier on in the shop. But you got the Choo Choo mug there for the Runaway Mine Train. And Congo River Rapids mug. Nice they are. More string bags. I need a new bag desperately. My one from Disneyland in California is getting a bit old and tatty now. These bags are quite nice. £5 for the drawstrings. The giant bear, £130. Oh, that's new. McDonald's Monopoly.
Alton Towers Monopoly. How nice is that?
That's quite nice on the floor, isn't it? And you can purchase the Monopoly here as well. 13 Fuzzy Bear, £10. To be honest, does it even say 13 on it, other than the tag? No, I think it. Oh, there you go. It's on his right foot. There you go. Well, his left technically. Right, if we're looking at it from this angle. Obviously, all your Wicker Man stuff over there. Charlotte's tempted by that shirt still. She wants it. There's a lot of new merchandise for this year. New mugs, all sorts of stuff. I do like these big jumbo mugs. And remember, you get 3 for 2 on your drinkware as well. So you can just pay for 2 of these, and then you get the cheapest one for free. So that's worth pointing out. Oh, there's another one there on the floor, another Monopoly, and there it is if you do want to buy it. £35 for Alton Towers Monopoly. I've not got this one, but I've got the original one that they did, well, probably 5 or 6 years ago now. That's the hoodie what Charlotte wants. And then here's all your different pin badges. You know, there's a lot of people that like the pins out there. Loads of different pin badges there is now for all sorts of rides.
I've got some information for you.
Go on.
The Wicker Man t-shirts are £2 more expensive in here than they are in the actual shop.
Really?
They're £20 in here, there was 18 in the Wicker Man shop.
That's quite interesting because the other day I was looking at the price of chocolate bars and there were 25p more in here than there were in other shops in the park.
It's cheaper in the Wicker Man
There you go. It's because it's at the main entrance, isn't it? There you go. All about saving you money. We don't want you to get ripped off, really. You know, I like saving you guys money. There we go, you got your blade pin badge there, corkscrew, splash landings 13, everything. Loads of pin badges. You got your top trump cards as well. I know they've been going down quite well from what I've seen. Yeah, loads of stuff. Anyway, we'll make our way back outside. I think we'll go back to our brick, back where we started the vlog on the plaza, because I really like that. Oh, they're cute, aren't they? Look at those. Oh, they're nice. Yeah, we'll wrap up the vlog, and yeah, it's been a really good day at Alton Towers. I've enjoyed it today. It'd be nice to go around the rest of the park and see it all. So we'll make our way back to the plaza and wrap up the day. The rain has started to come down here at Alton Towers, but I tell you what, it's good timing that, because I risked it today. I didn't bring my carrot into the park, but we'll make it a quick one. Have you had a nice day, Charlotte? You enjoyed it?
Yes, but I have got a simple thing with these bricks. Some of them, they look filthy already. They've only just been put in.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they're going to keep them quite nicely cleaned and maintained. Whoever's on these turnstiles needs to be sweeping these on a daily basis. They do, but yeah, it's really nice to see those. What's been your highlight from your day at Alton Towers?
Seeing this brick.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? And it's been good to get back on Wicker Man as well. But yeah, I was going to say the brick. That's my highlight as well. I'm glad they've got that. And like I say, if you do want them, it's called Mark in the Park, and you can get them on the official Alton Towers website if you want to make your mark on Alton Towers.
That one, you can't even
What you got?
see it because it's filthy.
Oh no, yeah, look
it's a shame, really.
Yeah. That's what, at least we've come to see it though, because give it a few weeks, they're all going to be getting dirty, aren't they? Get some more pictures, because they're all going to start getting dirty. In a way, I kind of feel like they need to put like a little fence around it or something to stop people walking over them. Well, there we are, Shawn and Charlotte TPW and the day. There we are, that we got together. It's lovely, isn't it? It's so nice. Oh, it's getting on the floor. But yes, thank you very much for joining us for another vlog here from Alton Towers. I'll be back at some point for another video. So thank you very much for watching. I'm Shawn Sandbrook. Thanks for watching Theme Park Worldwide. And that means it's time to...
Cue those credits!